All right, that's not terrible. So I wanted to do a little video about something that just came to my mind. Somebody I know is going through this. And then I think that as human beings, we all go through this. But as I was just listening to the book, The Power of Now, and Eckhart Tolle is talking about forgiveness, and it really just kind of like inspired some thoughts within me, and I thought they might be something other people might be, I guess, interested, or maybe it would be helpful for somebody or some people out there, because forgiveness is something that I think most of all of us struggle with at some point or another. And I think it's important to really learn what forgiveness means and how we can let forgiveness heal us. So I think, struggle with forgiveness at some points because we think that means that if we say that we forgive somebody, that means that their actions, which were wrong to us, are okay, and that whatever they did to us is okay when it's not. But that's not what forgiveness is. What I'm thinking of as a good comparison is forgiveness is like chains. It's when we do not forgive those who have wronged us, or, you can think of friendships, relationships, family situations, work situations, lovers, partners, whatever it is. You can think about these different scenarios, and you can think about times that somebody or some people have done things to you that were not exactly fair or right or honest or good. And you can think about those times, and you can get bitter, and you can be resentful, and you can feel like, how dare they? Why would somebody do this to me? How could somebody possibly do me so wrong? But, that's the thing, is everything, I believe, happens for a reason. And even challenges like some of us go through that are created by other people, and we feel like we do not have any power or control in this situation. And like, okay, there's this one time I was driving downtown in our area, and I did not see that there was a woman who wanted to cross the street at this one point downtown. And so I just kept driving, and this little old woman flicked me off. And, I'm sorry I didn't see you, but you don't have to flick me off. You know what I mean? It's like, obviously there's worse things that people have done, and there's other situations, but I feel like that's a nice little short clip of something that's like, I'm sorry, but there's nobody behind me, and you'll be okay. You've made it this far in life, just chill out. And don't flip people off. I don't know. I don't think it's nice. But so I could hold on to that, like so many other people could, and let it make me bitter and angry and irritable and frustrated. And I can be scornful towards all older women and be like, they're just grouchy old ladies, you know? Or I can be like, you know what? Maybe she was having a tough day. Maybe she needed to go to the bathroom. Who knows? You know, maybe I was keeping her from something, and that like 5 seconds or whatever that I kept her a little bit longer, maybe she was missing out on something. Who knows? But she has her own opinion of me driving through that crosswalk, unaware of her, and that's fine. She can have whatever opinion she wants to have. But I'm not, you know, and I forgive her, you know, and I'm not holding on to it. There have been several other things in my life that have happened that have been really hard to get over. It's taken years and years and years, but I had to work on letting go. I think it's an owl. Because I need to let go of control. I need to let go of the situation. I need to let go for my own peace of mind. And I don't want to be chained to that anger or that frustration or the bitterness, because I don't want to be dragged down by these things. And of course, I'm human, so there are still some things that I hold on to, but I feel like learning to let go, learning to have forgiveness, learning to see what did that situation bring to my life? What did I learn from that hardship? What did I learn from that person being mean? What did I learn from those people throwing me under the bus? What did I learn from that really ugly situation? You know, and how can I learn to see the good even in the worst possible situations? We all go through certain things, and these things change us, and they also connect us with other people and situations that we really needed to connect to. And if we didn't go through those challenging situations, then we wouldn't have connected with these certain people or connected with these certain opportunities or whatever it is. And so I think that is part of the journey of forgiveness and learning about forgiveness, and how part of it is saying, you know, I learned from this experience, even though it sucked, even though it was not fair and frustrating, it helped me become humble. It taught me a lesson of being more careful of who I'm around. It taught me to be more self-protective. It taught me to really get to know people before, you know, trusting them. I think that a lot of the time, you know, we were given these situations to help us learn boundaries, to help us learn self-love, to help us grow in some way. And even though it sucks, even though in those times, in those moments, we might feel like it's never ending and we feel like we have no way out, or, you know, we feel trapped in whatever this situation is that's going on or was going on, and we just can't see there being any peace coming anytime soon. And, you know, maybe there won't be. And maybe that's part of your journey, because this life is not easy. This life is not going to be, oh, here's a trail of breadcrumbs, and don't worry, they're also going to be covered in milk and honey so you can enjoy a nice little snack along the way. But, you know, these breadcrumbs might just be intuition. You know, these tasty little treats that you get along the way in life might actually be the learning experiences and the beautiful people that you meet along the way, and the little bits of sunshine, the little bits of joy that you get here and there, that's the milk and honey. I think that a lot of the times in this life, because we want everything now, like we want it yesterday. We are so impatient, and we don't take the time to just be like, oh, I just want to sit here and watch the grass blow in the sunset or in the moonlight. Oh man, look at this life. There sure are challenges, there are thorns under my feet, but there are daisies at my toes too. And I think that learning to forgive and understand the process of forgiving is not saying, oh, that person was okay, all right, I accept what they did, I accept that they hurt me, they stabbed my back, it's okay. No, forgiveness is saying, you know what, I learned from this. I see that those people were not the best people for my life, and I see that it helped me grow in some way. It helped me appreciate life in some way. It helped me be grateful for who I am and not being that scumbag of a person. I think that there's so many different lessons that we can learn in these different experiences that we go through. And as much as I'd love to make videos with beautiful, just nature views, like this is reality. Power lines, buildings, houses, street lights, because I'm choosing convenience. And because I'm choosing convenience, there's going to be a lot of things to work around. Just like with everything else in life. If we want something quick, we're going to have to deal with, like, you want your food now. It might not be cooked well. It might not be the best quality. Because good things take time, good things take work, good things take effort, and good things also take learning to appreciate the patience and the work that goes into it. And I think that's a big part of, with the forgiveness, maybe that's a big stretch, but it's a process. It's a process. It takes a lot of time to sit with nature. I don't think you can even really see it anymore here. I feel like it really takes time sitting with nature, sitting with yourself, sitting with your thoughts, sitting with the memories of those experiences, the bad taste that they left in your mouth, and just letting the storm move through you and learning that even the most beautiful places on earth have storms. They have tornadoes. Nature just bulldozes through there and destroys. But then new growth happens. And I feel like that's like, let go of the past. Let go, look at it, see the lessons, appreciate those lessons, find the lessons, look at, even if it's like just pieces of dust, compared to the massive trees of the turmoil. I think that we should all remember to try to practice gratitude, just saying thank you. Even if it's a rough day, it's a day. You lived, you breathed, you felt, and feelings are really important. All the feelings are important. Feel those feelings. Let them breathe and work themselves through you. And then breathe them out. And let go. And remember that you're here for a reason. And life does get better in a lot of ways. And I think it's because we learn to remember that nothing's perfect. Nobody is perfect. And I think as we get older, to that bitter age of flicking people off on the side of the road because they didn't let you go over the crosswalk, I think I think part of us learns that one of the most important things in life is sticking up for ourselves and saying, hey, you know what? That was not right. I don't accept that. And I can do what I want, but in a respectful manner. And I think that learning to let go and forgive is one of those things. It's like, you know what? I respect myself. I don't appreciate what you did, but I forgive you because I want to move away from this. I don't want it to continue to hold me back and hold me down and keep me hostage, because I deserve better. I deserve peace. And I think that forgiveness is a way of learning to demand peace and allow peace, because you're letting go of what no longer serves you. And even though it feels uncomfortable and it feels wrong because you want to hold on to that, you know, eating a whole jug of ice cream feels a little wrong, but it tastes really right for a little bit. Anyways, well, I hope that this message sits well with you, and if it doesn't, it's okay. And if you feel uncomfortable or upset or angry, that's all right. And if you're sad, that's okay. But hopefully this is helpful in some way. And if not, that's okay too. But thanks for listening. Thanks for being here. And thanks for working on yourself.